on, guys? It's your boy Ant, GodMade32 on Instagram, and today we back with another reaction, man. And I know I say this a lot, but today we got something real special, man. Today we got Born Natural, Colin in black and white, coming to Netflix. And this story is close to me for a myriad of reasons. And I'm ready to get into it. I've heard from the beginning that Colin has been working on several projects after his ousting from the NFL. For this project, I know that Ava DuVernay is attached to it. And she has amazing work. She's done When They See Us. She was attached to do the New Gods with DC. She's still attached to do the New Gods at DC, and she has several more projects over there. But this is a project that, like I said before, man, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to get into, and I'm pretty sure it's going to touch on a lot of different topics that I myself went through, and a lot of other people that happen to look like me or happen to have the texture of hair that I do, or happen to grow their hair out, or had the will to grow their hair out. I know a lot of people, a lot of black women go through processes like these on a daily basis. But I think for the black men with hair out there, this is going to be, especially going through the college process. If you were a college athlete, if you were an athlete at any type of profile, I think that you go through stages like these depending on the people that's around you and the status and the stage you are in, the status of whatever sport you're playing. So like I said, man, I'm ready to get into it. I think it's going to be very sincere, and I'm just so interested to see what they got going on, man. If you like what we got going on here, please remember to like and subscribe. Helps us out in way more ways than you know, man. And it helps us beat the YouTube algorithm, man. Without any further ado, Born Natural, Colin black and white, coming to Netflix. Let's get it.
This is my first day, but I keep on pushing. I'm like, I'm strong. This is fine.
Is it hurting?
I will get through it.
I think when we talk about the hair journey of black people in this country, hair is just a stand-in for anything that has been oppressed, managed, controlled.
So one of the things that we wanted to accomplish in telling these stories was being able to paint, in many ways, black and white pictures, giving people references of what microaggressions may be. Being black, adopted into a white family, that becomes an obvious aspect of this.
The slightest little comment that could be seen as harmless can affect one's image of self.
Your gym teacher is your basketball coach, right?
Yeah.
Think you'll like your hair like that?
I've been doing hair for 28 years. I was asked by...
Boy, I think I'm going to get into it closer towards the end of the video, man. But so many comments, so many... I went to all predominantly white colleges, man. And it's just like so many comments, so many questions. And I think they're going to get into it. I'm going to save most of my comments for after the video is over with. But even right now, they're touching on so much right now, man. Back to it.
But to do cornrows for Jaden will typically take 2 to 3 hours, depending on how intricate.
What Ava and I were thinking in the first episode for cornrows is Colin has never left the house before without telling his parents. But there was a need to be embraced by his blackness.
Colin's grappling with issues of black hair in a society that doesn't respect black hair and wants to tame it.
One of the reasons Michael Jordan accomplished so much is because he's bald.
I
bet you could get to Supercuts tonight if you hurry.
It is a constantly evolving relationship between the parents.
Geez.
It's strange to jump back to the Kaepernick's dining room table and play these scenes where these benevolent parents had wisdom, but also blind spots. And the parents are like, what's the matter with you? Like, why would you cause trouble for yourself?
Are you looking at what I'm looking at? That is not acceptable.
I was a oppressed and permed black girl like most. It wasn't until after I was even out of college that I decided I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna walk my own path and we'll see how this goes.
I grew up in predominantly white elementary and middle school, and Crystal goes to a school that's all white. And she is somebody who takes pride in her blackness. She takes pride in her big hair. For me, I learned that it's unnecessary to try to fit into a box.
His mother was telling him that he had to cut his hair, and it kind of felt like pressure. I had a relatable situation with my family. While we had dreads, my family was always telling me to cut my hair. I'm always questioning myself, wondering, would I have made it this far with my hair?
See the story as we progress.
Like I said, man, it's bringing back a lot of emotions and a lot of flashbacks, PTSD of me having hours worth of conversations with people who I shouldn't have to explain my hair situation to, and we're talking about my hair for reasons unknown, where my hair is not affecting my grades, my hair is not affecting my play, my hair is not affecting my demeanor, my hair is well kept, my hair is beautiful, and yet you have a problem with it, so hence you have a problem with me. People are weird, people have different ways about looking at things, and I think that's why movies like this, stories like this, documentaries like this are definitely necessary. It's made for the next generation. It's made to help the allies that want to help. You know what I mean? But back to it.
Yes, with him being biracial and trying to fit in. I have friends that are biracial. It's just hard to see how they get it from both ends, trying to figure out, am I white enough or am I black enough?
All of these things when we talk about hair, it's political. And so that story about him wanting to get braids has so much historical, cultural context and a real social impact to it that people need to understand.
Come on, Colin, let's get it.
Really? Braids?
Come on.
You can talk about hair and you get into it, but it's not hair, right? Why does it matter? It's a proxy for power.
In 101, there's all this clash between the family, and by 106, Colin's almost like, I know you guys don't approve of this. I know you guys don't approve of my relationship with my blackness, but I still love it.
Everything matters. The way that we are seen and the way that we see ourselves matters. So in this, you're going to see microaggressions and also their historical context in larger aggressions.
Okay.
Part of what we're able to do with this is give people those references and those pictures of what this looks like, so when it happens to them, they can acknowledge it and better deal with it.
Colin in black and white. Only on Netflix. Window. They don't got a date yet? Yeah, guys. That was a little feature. I think it was a behind the scenes to Colin Kaepernick's new biography series that he got going on, directed by Ava DuVernay, man, and I can't wait to get into that, man. Like I said before in the beginning of the video, it touched on a lot of topics I love, man. It touched on a lot of topics that was close to me, and it touched on a lot of topics that I myself went through, and I know in some ways, in a lot of ways, those conversations, those clashes, and the way how I handle them, if not stopped, it definitely stymied my progression in my youthful years. Call it racism, call it ignorance, call it a lack of understanding, or anything that you want to call it. But I know for a fact with my progression, I've had I went from a predominantly black high school, predominantly black city, into predominantly white areas, predominantly white colleges, and I definitely seen the difference that hair makes, and people's perception of you based on your hair in those two different situations. And again, man, I'm glad that they're going through this, man. There's plenty of situations there. I have plenty of friends, plenty of black people that grew up in definitely predominantly white areas, so much so that them and their families are the only black people around. And when you are like that, it's kind of hard to express yourself. Not even express yourself. It's just hard to live and be you, because you have to explain every step of the way or try to calm someone down in your presence. And I don't think that's a necessary. I don't think that's the way how people are supposed to live. And I think that when you live that way your entire life, one of two things that's going to happen is either you're going to be totally brainwashed into thinking that is the only way and the only right way to live, or you're going to rebel. And I think being able to rebel and succeed, it's one of the most heartwarming things I could see as a black person, another black person put in those predicaments, and they are able to come out of the other side basically unscathed, or even better than they were before. You tell me what you think about it, man. Jump down in the comments and let me know what you think about it, man. Were you a fan of Colin when he played football? What do you think about the entire stance about what's going on? And tell me, are you going to be watching this series when it drops on Netflix? Ava DuVernay is an amazing director. She's gonna get it right, man. She did When They See Us, and it definitely had me almost in tears a couple times. But like what we got going on here, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps us out so much, and it helps us beat the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to be one of the first to be notified when we upload new videos, go ahead and click that little bell icon. Born Natural. We out.